What's up YouTube, and welcome to this new episode of Gringo Strategies. In this episode we're gonna talk about the top 5 worst country in Europe and the top 5 best country in Europe. So this is based on my own experience and opinion. It doesn't mean they're the worst or the best. Also, this is only for single male perspective, which means those countries that are the worst, they could be the best other perspective. Like if you are a couple, if you have a family, or if you are a single woman, it could be totally opposite, and often is the case. When it is bad for men, it could be very good for a woman. But I'm just talking for a male perspective, a single male perspective. Okay, all right. Something also to mention, between fully time living and visiting, I've spent probably over 4 years in Europe. So I know what I'm talking about, right? And again, in this channel, I will only say the truth, because the goal of this channel is to save you money. The top 5 worst places in Europe, own opinion, starts with number 5. Number 5 is the best from the worst. And this destination was hesitating to put it in the worst because sometimes I like it, to be honest. It's the destination that I would go back to. And here we're talking about England. So in Europe, I will not talk about safety. Most European countries are safe. It's not Latin America. Probably, maybe Paris wasn't that safe. Italy a little bit, but overall it's safe. Okay, so I spent more time in Liverpool, but London you have many things to do, right? So it's a live city, there are many things, so you will not get bored there. London is the city where you will have many things to do. Now I'm gonna talk about Liverpool. Liverpool is mostly student city, but very active. From Thursday to Saturday, it's like a festival. And we're gonna come back to nightlife. How friendly the people are? They are not the best, they are not the worst. They are in the middle. In England, I would say they are a little bit in the good side. Okay, if I wanna give it a number 6 or 7, they're not the worst. I've seen way worse. Like Germany. German people are the least friendliest people in Europe, in my opinion. They are very cold and boring. Sorry if I say that, but like they don't help. In England, people are helpful. The food is, since it's very diverse country, you're gonna find all type of food. So I would give it 9 out of 10 because you'll find wherever you want to, right? So yeah. Cost of living, 3 out of 10. It's very expensive. London is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Liverpool was less expensive. If you have a budget problem, go to Liverpool of London. Now the best part that you're waiting for, the nightlife. The nightlife, if you are expecting 7 to 7 nightlife every day, no, it's not the case. I remember went Wednesday night, that square in Liverpool where they have all the bars, it was dead. Even Thursday is not that busy. But still, Thursday you can find some options. But Friday, Saturday, trust me, is one of the best nightlife places in the world. It become like a festival. And what I like the most here in Liverpool is that the pubs, bars are open doors. Like you can enter where there is no bouncer. I remember you just enter and you find a dance floor of people. It's like a festival. When you enter, you don't like this place, you go to another place. Places are big enough, meet new people, no cover, places are open, plenty of people out, so many people. Dating in England is not the worst, it's not the best in Europe, it's in the middle. I would say it's one of the hardest countries, I would say, if you want see it like that, but it's still better than many countries in Europe. Women can be stuck up. It's like most Western European countries. There are way more options for women than men. The ratio and the offer and demand tends to go towards women. Women have plenty of choice. And the reason why for Western countries to have this, probably the immigration. I know like those countries tend to have a lot of immigration, and most of the immigration are mostly masculine. So probably that's the case. I'm not sure, but wherever I go to Western country or rich country, women tend to have way more options than men, which means men have to do way more effort, get more rejection. And England is no exception. It's still, for me, it's not the worst. Even in Europe, it's not the worst. They're worse than that. But I would say dating is in favor of women. What helps is that it has a good nightlife, Friday, Saturday. You are able to make effort, you can make it. I felt England not for me because it's more for hookups more than dating and knowing the person. So yeah, if you're into hookups, England, I feel people are more into hookups than really dating seriously. Probably because I spent more time in Liverpool and it's student city, so people are younger, maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, that was my feeling when I was in England. So England was the best from the worst, and I was really hesitating to put it because sometimes I like England. Now let's go to number 4. This is a country that I don't know very much. I've been there, but I didn't really experience. But based it on people that I know and I trust, is Switzerland. I'll make it short in Switzerland because I don't know the country so much. But Switzerland is a very expensive country. That alone makes it to be on top. So if you're just coming as an expat or visiting, you won't have enough money to spend because the country is really expensive. Things to do. Switzerland is known by nature. If you love that, the green and stuff, yes, you might like that, doing some picture, but other than that, it's not France, it's not England, it's not like Spain or Portugal. Yeah, it's not. You won't find that many options of things and cities to do like the major European countries. Friendliness of people, the average. I found England people to be friendlier, to be honest. They're not the worst either. They can be friendly. Food, less options than England, France, Germany, again, because it's less diverse. So you won't have every cuisine of the world. So it's not top destination for food either. The nightlife, as you may expect, is not a destination for nightlife. Plus, it's expensive, so don't go there for nightlife. It's pretty boring. Friday, Saturday in major city like Zurich, you might find some happening, but it's not the best city for nightlife. Dating is tough, the toughest, but it's tough. So yeah, overall, that's why I put it in number 4 on my list. Number 3. It's Italy. So Italy have some good things like the weather compared to Switzerland, compared to England. The weather is better, but that doesn't compensate the other. First, I expected Italy to be cheaper. And when I went out, just to mention that I spent all my time in Milan, which is the second biggest city in Italy. So the cover for clubs were 25-30 euros. I was comparing Italy to Spain and Portugal because those are southern European destinations. No, like it was more expensive. Like in Portugal, in Lisbon, I was entering for free in most of places. So in Italy, it's very, very hard to find a free place. Most of the places are paid and expensive. The good thing, if you are a single male or with a group of 2, 3, 4 guys, you can enter to most places. Some places will not let you in if you don't have women, but you can. This is a problem that you will face in France, and I will tell you why. I wasn't amazed with the nightlife, but it was still okay. It's like the good thing, about the nightlife here compared to England and Switzerland, that you can find places, things, and busy places almost every day of the week, almost. But even a Tuesday or Monday, you're gonna pay 20 euro to enter. Yeah, so I'll wait in that side, yeah. From Friday to Saturday, I like Liverpool more. And it's much, much cheaper, more option, more people. But if you take from all week long, yeah, Milan will give you more option because you find busy places almost every day of the week. I went in summer, okay? A dating scene, the tough side. It's not easy, especially, I don't know if it's me, especially if you have like dark feature, like dark hair and little dark skin. But I found it's hard for most people because even when you enter, the ratio is not good. It's always way more men than women in most places. Your competition is one of the toughest. Italian men are aggressive and they look good. But good thing why I put it number 3 is not like the worst place. The woman looks very good in Italy. They look really, really good. It's one of my favorite worldwide in terms of look. Alright, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is Germany. I've had more success in Germany compared to Italy in terms of dating. But what I didn't like in Germany, that people are colder, like they are cold. Like even if you ask for simple direction information, I feel they're not willing to help you. Like if you are from the States or Canada, North America, you will find it really weird. People there in North America, I'm not mentioning third world countries like Latin America where people are very friendly. I'm just comparing to Western country, and United States and Canada, people will help you when you ask for something. I will be very happy to help you. Germany, I tried big cities, second-tier cities. I've been to Leipzig, Nuremberg, Frankfurt. Those are what I remember, but they're not helpful any of those cities. Food is going to be the same level as Italy and England. Yeah, just to mention the food in Italy, I didn't like it as many people mentioned because yeah, it is good, like the pasta, the pizza, but if you're into that, yeah. But if you're into healthy food, it's not the best. It's full of carbs. But in Germany, like especially in Berlin, London, Milan, you're gonna find different cuisine worldwide, so it's good for food. Friendliness of people, it's my least favorite out of all Europe, I think. As I said, I mentioned the reason. Cost of living, I found it cheaper than England, but little more expensive than Italy. So it's not the worst in terms of cost of living in Europe. For example, if you are diving to nightlife, the cover of clubs will be less expensive than Milan, right? But you're gonna find many places that they will not accept you as a single male or like group of male, either for ethnicity reasons, I've heard that a lot in Germany, or because of ratio problem. The ratio was a little better than Milan, but not as good as the Liverpool. Now, the dating, my own experience showed that compared to England and Italy, I got more success than Italy, but less success than England. If you want a comparison, still feasible. It's not the worst city for dating, but it's not, by far not my favorite, right? Which means those countries that I mentioned will be paradise for single women in terms of dating. Women here have way more options. I didn't go to the worst for single males, which is by far France. So France have everything that is good to live except dating and nightlife. I will tell you. I will talk about Paris, okay? Because that's where I stayed the most. It's an alive place. It's so many things to do. You never get bored. I remember in summer, like plenty of people outside. You're gonna feel happy. So if you are a single male, when you arrive in France, the first thing you will notice, there are so many women outside. This is a paradise. But wait until you experience the dating life there. So yeah, the good thing in France, you will never get bored. It's like an alive city, right? The food, it's my top. It's my favorite. Friendliness of people. The male are very friendly. The women are extremely the opposite, especially when it comes to dating. When it comes to giving like direction, people are helpful in France. They're more helpful than Germany. But to make friends, the males are very friendly. Women are not. Ironically, when I met French people outside of France, they were more friendly. I'm talking about women. I'm not sure why they are like that in France. Cost of living, it is without surprise, it's expensive. You're gonna get a shit apartment, very small, old, for like lots of euros. So yeah. It is an expensive city. Although if you live there, it's less expensive than the United States. Just to let you know, if you are American, yeah, France is less expensive than the United States. But in terms of Europe, it's one of the most expensive countries. Now, the best part on what makes France is the worst for a single male, and probably the best country for a single woman is the dating. Because everything else except dating is good, right? So first, the nightlife. I felt for a big city like Paris, it's a boring nightlife because from Sunday, Wednesday, it's a quiet city. You don't find many places. From Friday and Saturday, it's pretty good. Like there are many places to go. However, if you're planning to go as a group of males, you might not enter most of places. Yeah. In Paris and France in general, they have problem of ratio, a serious problem of ratio. If they let all males enter places, it's gonna be horrible. And you're gonna notice most of places that are free cover and they let you in, you and your friends, the ratio is gonna be horrible. Probably the most horrible ratio is gonna be live and see all your life. So the vibe I see in dating life in France, in one word, extremely spoiled woman, aggressive, thirsty men. That's how I describe it. I feel sorry for males living in France. And that's why, I don't know, if you travel a lot, you're gonna notice and see French males everywhere in the world. They travel to skip that. And if you ask them for every country they go to, they're gonna tell you it's better than France. All right, now let's go to the top 5 best cities. Alright, number 5 is gonna be Portugal. Lisbon. Lisbon, first, the weather is amazing. It's warm all year round. It doesn't rain a lot. The food is very good with good prices. I like the food there. A lot of seafood option. Although I didn't like walking there, there's lots of ups and downs. You don't need a gym there. You're gonna walk a lot and you're gonna get tired. As the biggest city of Lisbon is walkable. You can take an Airbnb in any side of the city and you can walk towards the beach pretty easily. Friendliness of people, as a southern country, they're pretty warm and friendly. They're not obviously as friendly as Latin America, but they're for European standards, they're friendly. Cost of living, I found it not expensive. However, the Airbnbs are expensive, especially in summer. They're expensive. For those who doesn't know, like people in Portugal, they don't get paid very well compared to the other country in Western Europe. But the Airbnbs were expensive. Things to do is pretty much can do everything. Sightseeing, nice views, beach, everything. Is a very good city to find things to do in Lisbon. You will not get bored in Lisbon. Nightlife is very good nightlife. It's busy 7-on-7. You can go every night of the week, you're gonna find it busy. Obviously the weekend is much busier, but even on Monday night, you're gonna find busy places. I don't remember the name of the place, it's the pink place. That's where everything is happening. So it's centralized, you don't need to change and go elsewhere or far away. It's walkable. The dating scene, all right, I felt if you are in the blonde side, if you have blonde, blue-eyed, you're gonna have easier time than dark features. Okay, so for me it was good, but it's not amazing, right? I mean, the height worked in my favor there more than in France. I felt taller. For those who doesn't know, I'm 6'4", so yeah, it works in my favor. And the game you're gonna do there is aggressive. Be aggressive. Don't wait for eye contact. You need to be aggressive. The ratio was not that good. They're way more male than female, but the females were like friendlier, much approachable than France, Germany, England, Italy. As I mentioned before, there is no covering most of clubs, so you can enter for free. Overall, a country to go to, I recommend it. Number 4, Budapest. Okay, Budapest, number 4, why? Many people will place it better, but so let's start with the good thing about Budapest. Nightlife is good every day of the week, although there is a bad thing about it, I will mention it. The weather is not bad for Eastern European country. It's a beautiful city. They have like that big pool or like sauna, or we call it. It's a very big place where you can party during the day. It's like a big pool. It's a famous thing, and if you go there, you're gonna hear about it. So there is things to do. There are many things to do in Budapest. The food, you're gonna find like lots of worldwide food. The cost of living here, it's obviously less expensive than West Europe, but for Eastern Europe, I found it an expensive city, right? So be careful. Not because it's in Eastern Europe, it's gonna be that cheap. Especially if you go in summer, and I went in summer. Airbnbs there are a little more expensive than average Eastern Europe cities. Now, the bad things about Budapest. I found that when you go out at night, there is way more male than female. The ratio is not that good, so you have to put more effort. You're gonna have to do an aggressive game as well. I'm not surprised. For the quality of women, for Eastern Europe country, you can find better than Hungarian, to be honest with you. They're beautiful. Eastern European women are beautiful. But if I compare, for example, with Poland, day and night, right? I prefer Polish girl look over Hungarian. And again, I felt that more into blonde men's hair than dark feature, darker hair men's in Budapest. Number 3 is gonna be Madrid, Spain. And this is the best country in Western Europe, in my opinion, is Spain. I'm gonna talk about Madrid mostly. I've been to Mallorca as well, but I know Madrid a little better. Madrid, so the good thing, the nightlife is very good. Every day of the week, you're gonna find something. It's busy every day, okay? Try to do the pub crawl experience there. Most of the case is 20 euro. You're gonna get free entries to the club and free drinks, and you're gonna meet people. The bad thing is the cost of living. It's very expensive city. It's more expensive than Lisbon. Friendliness of people are very friendly in Spain. I found they are friendly. The food, one of the top. I like it, the food there more than Italy. Again, because I'm trying to avoid tons of carb. I do eat carb, but Italy, if you get a pasta or pizza, it's all carbs, so it's not the healthiest option, even though it tastes good. But in Spain, you're gonna find things. In Portugal and Spain, the food is better than Italy, in my opinion. I love the paella. I'm not sure if I mentioned it right, but one of my favorite dishes. Nightlife, already talked about, one of the top best nightlife cities in the world. The dating receptiveness of women, it's good because there is a lot of Latin American women there, so they compensate. They make the date dating life a little equilibrated. You won't find, I think Spanish women are a little bit pickier. You have to run a better game, but the Latin American women are as beautiful and friendlier, and you're gonna find a lot of them. But even Spanish women, sometimes they're friendly women, especially those coming from small cities to work in Madrid. I even met plenty of French women there, and they were much friendlier than in France. So don't expect an easy dating life, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good for Western European country. If you compensate with the weather, the vibe is really good. That's why I place it to a number 3 top city in Europe. All right, number 2 on the list, in my opinion, Czech Republic. What did I like Czech Republic? The nightlife is really good. I went on winter time, so I expect in summer it's going to be even better. From Wednesday to Saturday, it's very busy. Obviously, Thursday to Saturday is the busiest. Even Wednesday and Sunday, you're gonna find something a little quieter. The food is very good. The cost of living is cheaper than most Western European countries, but it's still more expensive than most Eastern European countries. So don't expect very cheap cost of living. Probably very similar to Budapest in terms of cost of living. The vibe is very good. When you go out, you're gonna see many people. It's very, very touristic. It's probably, I'm not sure, it's maybe the most touristic Central European destination because it's in the center, it's close to everything. I've seen many, many tourists even on winter time. So I'm not sure of this information, but I've seen many tourists. Friendliness of people, nothing exceptional here, nothing to mention either bad or side or the good side. The dating, I personally had success, even though when you go to clubs there online, you're gonna notice there are more males in the clubs than female, but don't take that as a bad thing. Women are very approachable. You have to run aggressive game in Prague. Women are beautiful in Prague, but in Prague, you're gonna see many, many nationalities. You won't see many Czech Republic people. If you wanna see Czech Republic women, go to another city, not Prague. I've met many nationalities there. So in terms of dating in general, I would rate it better than Budapest. In my opinion, I like it more than Budapest. Now, number 1 and my favorite is Poland. So Poland, everything was convenient. The city is very safe, very modern, very clean. If you go to Warsaw and you see the infrastructure, you will wonder how come people are paid like this in that city. It is very, very clean and modern. It's even sometimes it's cleaner and more modern than Paris. It's very convenient because everything's like, you always see, I like those small convenience store called Żabka or Zabka. You're gonna find everything you need there. The food is pretty good and healthy. Many cuisine of the world, but even Żabka alone, you're gonna find healthy, quick things to eat if you are in a rush. So it's very convenient. Obviously very safe. The nightlife is pretty good in most cities, but from Thursday to Saturday, except Warsaw and Krakow, where they have nightlife every day of the week, but still quieter weekdays. It's busy. They have a place called Kubanu in both cities. You're gonna go to, you're gonna find way more females than male. No, way more males than females in weekdays, right? In weekends is another. If you don't mind going out every day of the week, I would recommend going to another city second tier. Warsaw is another good city with a good nightlife. It's not as intense as Krakow and Warsaw, but still has every day of the week something. We will have something. Then cities I recommend: Poznan, Gdansk, Lublin. I've been to all those places, right? You will notice also in Lublin, the east side, they don't have the same infrastructure as the west side. So it's very different. It's like another country. So overall, the most complete city probably is Warsaw, because as a single man, you're gonna have a good dating scene, good nightlife, decent. It's not as good as Warsaw and Krakow, but still good. Good ratio, female to male. Women in Poland are beautiful and very approachable, very friendly, and they will let you know when they like you. They will eye contact you. I think also if you have darker hair, darker skin, you're gonna have a little more success then than blonde hair, blue-eyed. If you have blonde hair, blue-eyed, go to Latin America, go to South Europe, is better for you. All right, the end of the video. See you in the next one.